Today I'm gonna show you how I started video editing completely from scratch as a noob and work my way up to become a pro. So if you watch till the end, chances are you'll learn what took me 7 years in just 7 minutes. Well, so when I started out 7 years ago, there were tutorials out there to learn the technicalities of video editing, but there were none to guide me through the entire process leading up to becoming a pro. So this video is going to be that. So the date was 15th October 2016, the day when I made my first ever edit and posted it to YouTube. And this is what it looked like. I know, it's trash. So will your video be when you start out. So how do you improve at this stage? Well, you need to strengthen your base as a video editor. You know what allows Burj Khalifa to be the tallest building in the world? It's the strong foundation that lies underneath, and that prevents it from falling off. Similarly, as a beginner, you need to develop your foundation and strengthen your base in order to be a good video editor in the future. Now comes the question, how do you strengthen your base? After posting that first video, I realized how much I was lagging behind. And the only way to learn for me was to create more videos. So I posted one more video and one more and one more. And I kept editing and posting my own videos. These first 10 edits of my life really helped me to learn the basics and develop my skills. Well, I'm not really a fan of giving advice, but if there's one thing you could take away from my experience, it would be just get going and learn the basics. There's mainly 3 video editing softwares that's widely used by pros: Adobe Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, and Final Cut Pro. And you can't really go wrong with any of them. Regardless of whichever one you choose, I've linked a few tutorials in the description. Go through them, understand your software of choice, and most importantly, get your first 10 edits across. But something that I should have learned at an early stage and I ignored at the time would be shortcut keys. Shortcut keys not only make you a faster editor, but it also saves you a ton of time. Here are a few shortcut keys for Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, and Final Cut Pro. After I got my first 10 edits across, I started showing a liking for travel videos. And I remember I was mind blown looking at these crazy transitions. I used to spend hours looking at tutorials, learning and copying these transitions in my own videos. Although I'm not into those kind of edits nowadays, that is what essentially helped me to develop my skills. Anyways, for me it was those trendy travel videos, but for you it can be anything. The B-roll sequence that you see online on your TikTok or Reels, a trailer of a movie, an effect used in a music video, anything that interests you. Look at tutorials and try to replicate it. And that will ultimately help you to be better at using your editing software. But wait, as a beginner, where would you get all the clips to practice editing? Well, for me, I used to shoot my own clips on my phone, which used to be very low quality and also take up a lot of time. But luckily nowadays you can start right away with high quality footage, which is where today's sponsor can help you out. Storyblocks is a video production platform that offers a massive library of over 1 million stock footage, templates, music, sound effects, images, and more. So what does it mean for you? Well, as a beginner, you don't need to stress out about finding resources to edit a video. Everything you need in order to create a video is present right here at an affordable subscription. This is useful not only for beginners but also for the amateurs, pros, content creators, filmmakers, any type of creative. For example, in the filming of this video where I showed my video editing career, there were many parts where I couldn't get B-rolls of. Guess what I did? I used stock footage from Storyblocks. If I had downloaded stock footage from other sites, I would have to pay for each clip. And in Storyblocks, everything's covered in just one subscription. It's high quality, you have unlimited downloads, it has an individual license as well as a business license. So it's an incredibly useful tool. Link is in the description if you want to go and check it out. Thank you so much Storyblocks for sponsoring this video. By the time I had made my first 20 edits, I had developed a decent sense of the technicalities of editing, meaning I could edit a visually good looking video. And I had edited quite a few travel videos with cool transitions and music. But my edits essentially lacked something. There was no emotion and I failed to deliver a feeling. That's mainly because I was not looking at editing as storytelling. I failed to understand the psychological aspects of editing, and I was merely looking at it as a technical task. If you are a video editor, you essentially have to think like a filmmaker, regardless of whichever genre of video editing you are into. And the most basic film editing technique that is widely